Alright, so in this part of the tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up image planes so that you can model from reference images. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over into Photoshop. You see I found there's a lot of different sites to get car blueprints. So I just was scouring until I found one that I wanted to do and that I thought would be good for the sample that we're trying to produce. So I came across this. This is a Dodge Charger. We're going to model this and texture it. And so since it has 4 views, we really have all the reference we could ever want so that we can make sure that we get this likeness of this car as close as possible with the poly budget that we're going to give ourselves. So what you need to do before you get started is make a new Photoshop file like this, and if you go into canvas size, you can see that you want it square. It doesn't have to be 900 pixels, but you just want to be able to fit without losing any of the resolution of the source images. So since these images were over 800 pixels, I just went to 900 and made it square. And I put each one on its own layer and save them out as individual JPEGs into the Maya Projects source images folder. So once you're done with that, you want to go into the file, the 4 view, back in the Maya scene that you're going to start in, and you just want to go ahead and drop image planes on top of every camera on the orthographic views. So if you go into View, Image Plane, Import Image, we know that's the top, so we know this is going to be the front. And we know this is going to be the side. And for the side view, I want it facing down the negative X, or that's actually the positive Z. Front is good. And the top also needs to be rotated. Oops. And that would be in the Y. So is it 90? Minus 90. Okay, so now we can go back into our viewport view, and you just want to start lining these guys up. And I prefer to do it with them all out of the way of each other. Of course, you want to slide them in and out until you are sure for certain that they're scaled uniformly. So you can do that by putting the top view right smack in the middle of the length of the side view. We could see that it's close enough. Sort of the I'm not going to mess with it. It seems like the person that set this up did it from exact measurements. So just snap that into the center. And we'll look at the front view just real quick. It seems it's at its widest at the edges of the mirrors. So it's a little bit larger in the front view. That could just be a trick of the camera, but now it does look like it's a little bit. So I'm going to scale that one in just to where the mirrors look like they're lining up. And so that looks pretty good to me. Now, because we're modeling in the different camera views, these don't all have to be the front view and the side view should be along the same axis. So it looks like the wheels. So I'll just pick that second, that -1 grid line and line those two up as close as I can. So it looks like the wheels are right on that. And let's call that, yeah, let's call that a day. And then maybe just so that there's no discrepancy, we can lock these all to a layer and put them in the reference view so that I don't accidentally kink or scale or move these anymore now that I'm happy with it. And if you'd like, you could take it one step further and make individual layers for each of the cards, which is helpful because you can just turn them off and work from one view at a time. And that's about it. I'll sort of wrap this up, and in the next video, we'll go ahead and begin our modeling.